I'm not gonna go mess with Jack. I don't, you know. I guess it didn't seem like we'd heard everything from Thane, but I think it's kind of like Garrus. There's just a whole lot of dialogue written in for the opposite sex. If you're same sex, there's really not a whole heck of a lot. At rank 4 for power, you can choose between one of two devastating new versions of it. Well, right now I'm like a level 3 CPA trainee because I got to get the 4th certification to be a CPA. At that point, do I get to be a devastating new CPA specialist? That'd be pretty sweet. Which is somehow reminding me of an old UPN promo. There was a show, it's, you know, long since canceled, I'm sure. I forget what it was called, but it was a black lead, and it was kind of like a romantic drama series about some you know, black guy trying to find love in the city, that kind of thing. And like the tagline of the ads was this powerful lawyer is the ultimate bachelor, because he was like this handsome black gentleman who was a lawyer, successful businessman. I'm thinking probably the target audience of the show was black women. That's my guess. But the tagline was always, this powerful lawyer is an ultimate bachelor. Popo and I always used to like to say, this ultimate lawyer is a powerful bachelor. Like, for some reason that really made it funny to us. That, yeah, I think I might have mentioned before, it doesn't look like vagina art, but I think I explained what vagina art is. As a result of this thing. If not, let me know. But yeah, I definitely had an experience with vagina art.
People are talking out there, and I hear it all.
They're talking about vagina art.
I'm glad to hear Thane and his son are back in touch. It'll be hard, but I think they'll be fine.
It'll be a hard one.
I'm really glad you got Tali out of trouble with the migrant fleet. It's hard to see her upset.
It's hard to see her at all. She got that damn helmet on.
Good thing you broke up that catfight between Jack and Miranda. I was afraid they'd tear a hole in the hull.
I knew about it while sitting on my couch.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's not her fault that they made her a DLC character and didn't give her a full set of dialogue. Alright, well, just in case we have all sorts of huge decisions that we need to make, I guess we should save before we go into the last remaining room of the ship we can't access, because all rooms on the ship that are not immediately accessible are, in fact, places where you go talk to a character and hopefully try to fuck them.
How may I help you, Commander?
So, we got a Geth in the room right next to you.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Commander, you know how the dialogue works in this game. We have nothing new to say. Okay, so now Jacob is magically here, because the plot's going to require his presence. Oh no, it isn't Jacob. My bad, I saw a human in armor, and I was like, Jacob? Jacob, you're the only male human in existence. What are you doing here?
What's this area of the ship?
And why couldn't I come in here before?
Where my higher functions are housed.
You're not mobile, are you? You can't get out of here?
I have minimal access to the ship's systems. Direct landlines allow me to interface with the security monitors and public address system. In combat, I am provided temporary access to the electronic warfare systems.
Mm-hmm. So yes, I could kill you and your entire ship. Resistance is futile. Not even Cube can save you. Quickly, I've got to find the Captain Square game and save us all. Yeah, anyway, referencing another LP, folks. Live alive. That's the LP I'm referencing. It's also my advice to you. Live alive. Alright, so let's talk to the damn Geth and wrap this play session here.
Ted Hutt!
As you were, soldier.
Yes, sir.
Just came in to make sure you're doing good.
Ted Hutt!
I'm turning this thing back on. Be ready.
Aye, aye.
2-second Alliance Marine and
I
Cerberus.
have isolated our systems and erected additional firewalls.
Erected.
Attempt.
Yeah, the whole hacking. The whole it can take over your ship and use it to kill you thing is a bit of a risk. So they normally can't talk, and they're supposed to have like bestial level of intelligence if there aren't other Geth around for them to interface with and share processing power with. It's one of those explanations that makes sense if you don't think about it too hard. But it's a neat concept, the idea that groups of them are smarter than individuals.
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Do you understand the words that
going
are
to
coming out of
attack
my
me?
mouth?
No.
Why not?
You said my name aboard the Reaper. Have we met?
We know of you.
Called you
mean I've
Shepherd
fought a lot
Commander.
of Geth?
I messed up your
We
name.
have never met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other Geth.
We are
I've
all
met other
Geth,
humans.
and we have not met you. You are Shepherd, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
Huh? The old machine? Are you talking like VHS player?
Old machine? You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans. We call those entities the old machines.
It is a superstitious title originating with us.
You seem to know an awful lot about me.
Extra
You know my
data
turn-ons,
sources,
turn-offs.
insecure broadcasts. All organic data sent out is received. We watch you.
You watch who exactly? You.
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes,
Which?
both.
Yeah, see, yes wasn't really a valid answer, grammatically speaking. Both is. I fought whom? What is this, Final Jeopardy?
What do you mean, heretics?
Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the old machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the old machines' hardware to protect our future.
Okay. So it turns out that there's some kind of schism in the Geth community. At the risk of offending that one dude who was watching my StarCraft LP, but he hasn't said anything in a while, and he couldn't go more than 3 videos without complaining, so he probably just stopped. We have one set of Geth who are just militant about putting the Christ in Christmas and getting upset if you have a giving tree, and we have another group of Geth who are just like hardcore, not agnostic, what's the word I'm looking for? Not atheists either. It's the people who are who want religion completely separated from public life, and yeah, so we got like this super hardcore war over Christmas going on in the Geth community, and it's you know, I gotta say, it's really difficult to watch. It really hurts me to watch a beautiful holiday like Christmas being torn apart by the Geth. Yeah, no, I'm sure if that guy's watching this, he totally didn't get offended by that. I didn't actually make fun of one viewpoint or the other this time. I just compared them both to space monster Geth.
Are the Reapers a threat to you, too?
Yes,
Could you elucidate? No.
Why would they attack other machines?
we are different from them, outside their plans.
Yeah, that's a pretty valid answer. And Saren told us as much in the last game. One thing I know about Saren is that he told us that the Reapers don't really give a shit about the Geth. They'll use them and then discard them. Same way they did with anyone they indoctrinated.
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
Do you like to ever give complete answers? No.
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
Just stay out of our way. You don't start organics, you don't start none, ain't gonna be none.
So you aren't allied with the Reapers?
We oppose the heretics. We oppose the old machines.
I will step closer to you
Shepherd
for dramatic
Commander
tension.
opposes the old machines. Shepherd Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
If you're so smart, why do you keep calling me Shepherd Commander when it's obvious that my title is Commander Shepherd? Seriously, this issue is never resolved. This guy is going to continue to call you Shepherd Commander into the 3rd game if he survives, when he pops up and does cameos. Pretty much everybody in this game gets cameos in Mass Effect 3 because the way the end mission in this is structured, characters can die. There's really no way, for example, in Mass Effect 1 that you could kill Liara, Tali, or Garrus. You can't do it. You can kill Rex, and you always lose either Kaiden or Ashley. But there are those 3 characters you can't kill, so they're safe for them to use in later games. In this game, pretty much everybody's life is up for grabs. Anybody who's in your crew can die in that final mission. So in the 3rd game, these guys sadly are all reduced to fairly small cameo appearances. But this particular Geth character, like everyone else, if he survives, you can meet him again. He keeps calling you Shepard Commander forever. What do I call you? Don't cooperate. I lead. I always lead when we dance. You can be the lady.
Are you asking to join us?
Yes.
Then what should I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
Shepard, what are you doing?
For we are many.
Shut up, BD. Shut up, BD. I tell you, shut up. She's just jumping in and saying this poor thing is not going to be able to come up with a name. It's just ain't in its nature. But, I mean, it has to understand that... Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm assuming that it has to understand how we think, and we don't have to understand how it thinks. How typically American of me. But no, it's like, it has to understand that Shepard's deal is that there are individual mobile units that have guns and have individually tried to kill him before, that he has shot at. And even if they think of themselves as one group, we don't. And it's not like, when this Geth comes to work for us, we don't get fleets of Geth coming to our aid. It's just one Geth who works with us for the rest of this game. Like, it, you know, it says that it represents the main... it's mainstream American Geth. These other Geths are extremists, but... No, I mean, these other Geth that agree with this thing don't show up. But then again, it thinks of itself as a group thing, because there's more than one program running on it. So for all I know at this point, this Geth platform with its 1,000 whatever programs running is the entire, quote, non-heretic Geth. That all the other Geths are heretics, and it refers to them as heretics because it still considers them heretics. And actually, it's not that they're like a weird subset of Geth, that all the other Geth feel this way. And this one platform with its little Shepard shoulder pad considers itself mainstream Geth, even though it's the only one.
Well, that seems appropriate.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor.
Pretty badass, I gotta say.
A terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy.
Yeah, they're not so fast, they're Neon Peon. Yeah, no, you know how handshakes work.
We anticipate the exchange of data.
So we get to talk to it some more. We also get to check the codex on Geth heretics. Oh, sadly, this is not narrated. Geth conversations with the Geth programs dubbed Legion have brought to light a profound schism, or schism, as it's actually pronounced. GG, come on. When Saren, in Geth Society, when Saren Arterius approached the Geth and the Dreadnought Sovereign, some of them chose to follow him, most did not. Well, we don't actually know that, but that's what's implied. Saren's followers were allowed to leave Geth Society, but were dubbed heretics by those that remained. This revelation implies several things. First, the majority of Geth chose not to attack Organic Society. Second, the Geth forces, the Council and Alliance fleets have battled for the last 2 years, represented only a small portion of their actual military and economic power. Perhaps as little as 5% of mainstream Geth society. Where are you getting these numbers? Third, this schism suggests that individual Geth possess more free will and perhaps even more personality than previously suspected. Without such individuality, no Geth could have deviated from the group decision to join or reject Saren's mission. There could not have been a division. Finally, there is the matter of Legion's word choice. The Geth used the English word heretics to describe Saren's followers. Of the many words Legion could have chosen, nonconformists, dissenters, rebels, etc., only the word heretic suggests a broadly accepted Geth philosophy of religion, and that the actions of Saren's allies violated the orthodoxy. Oh, I don't know. There could have been other words besides heretics. I mean, I can't think of any now. Never mind. That's probably the best word that you could use for that. But, I mean, don't they have words for, yeah, forget it. I thought there were synonyms for heretics. Like, people who are considered outside of the religion. But no, heresy is really the word that we use for that, so never mind. I want to end the video session, but they also kind of want me to talk to Legion, so...
Shepard, Commander.
Commander Shepard, damn it.
Of the Reaper's data core.
Oh, really? What's up?
Did you find anything useful?
We were sent to the old machine to preserve the Geth's future. We are prepared to reveal how. The heretics have developed a weapon to use against Geth. You would call it a virus. It is stored on a data core provided by Sovereign. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
Okay, so they've become aware that Sovereign had created some virus that was going to actually reprogram the Geth to listen to him. Which is interesting, because I thought Sovereign thought the Geth were beneath contempt, but apparently he did acknowledge them. I mean, it's a big robot crab monster. I'm calling it he based on the voice it had in the first game, but he did apparently think that the Geth were useful, at least.
So, the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
I just told you that.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few seconds.
Altered programs are restored from archives. New installations are deleted. This heretic weapon introduces a subtle operating error in our most basic runtimes, the equivalent of your nervous system.
Here we go. It's like putting too much air into a balloon.
Returns as 1.33381. This changes the results of all higher processes. We will reach different conclusions.
Like blowing too much air into a balloon.
So the reason they worship the Reapers is a math error?
It is difficult to express. Your brain exists as chemistry, electricity.
Why are you shuffling around like that?
By both hardware
clearly your
and
muscles aren't getting tired.
We are purely software, mathematics. The heretic's conclusion is valid for them. Our conclusion is valid for us.
Shuffle,
Neither
shuffle,
result
shuffle.
is an error. An analogy. Heretics say 1 is less than 2. Geth say 2 is less than 3.
An analogy. It is like blowing too much air into a balloon.
So why did you need to go to the Reaper Corps?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
We must travel to planet MacGuffin and acquire the unobtainium. That will fix this. I mean, I like this game, but I also just... sometimes I just... one of those smart asses who just wants to find the little... not the flaws necessarily in the logic so much as the... okay, you're coming up with another storyline excuse for us to do the exact same mission that we've been doing. Fight through a bunch of guys, get to a certain room, then the mission ends and we win.
If it were released, how quickly would this virus spread through your people?
It would take
We are
2
networked
seconds.
via FTL convoys. Most would change within a day. Isolated platforms would remain unaffected until they rejoined the network.
Sovereign, Legion, will you be my friend in the digital age?
You know where this thing is?
The Heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
We'll wipe them out.
They built stations in the terminus? Where is this thing?
Between stars. Organics have no cause to look there.
But why did they build stations outside Geth territory in the first place?
The
Why do you have that big hole in your
improvement
chest?
from the old machines. In exchange, they help them attack organics. We condemn these judgments.
What's the plan once we get aboard?
The Geth will disrupt
Once
the
you get
network,
aboard,
prevent
put a nail
the
in it.
station's defenses from focusing on us. The Reaper data core is physically isolated from the network. We will need to be escorted to it to access and destroy the data.
So you actually have to go, yeah, it's physically isolated. You need to escort. Basically what he's saying is all the stuff we talked about Geth being interrelated and, you know, software and blah, blah, blah. None of that means anything. You have to walk around on our ship fighting a bunch of Geth platforms, aka just dudes who try to shoot at you. And eventually you got to get to a room where you touch the button and press the button and win.
What defenses should we expect?
In space,
No one can hear you scream.
platforms of various configuration and non-sentient defense turrets.
How many Geth?
There may be billions of individual programs. Fortunately, most will be uploaded to the central computer. Only a few mobile platforms are maintained at any time. Others are manufactured when needed.
Sorry, I whacked my own microphone. But what I was trying to get at is that when he says in space, none. In other words, no, there's no new mini games where you have to actually fly the ship. No, you're just gonna land and fight stuff the regular way. But in space, no one can hear you scream. That's what we're trying to get at. So we'll stop them. Maybe later we'll do it. Whatever.
I won't let them brainwash your race, especially not to worship Reapers. You have my word on that.
Your word means nothing, Shepard Commander.
Shepard Commander, are you prepared to attack the heretic stronghold?
Don't you want to talk about whether we can become sex partners?
Can you give me a quick rundown of the situation?
The heretics have prepared a weapon that will rewrite. Over time, the virus will change us. Make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
You know where this thing
The
is?
heretics, we will provide coordinates.
So it's the same.
We will begin preparations.
I was hoping we could have some more chats with Legion, but apparently not. I really kind of need to wrap it up and get to bed, so I think what I'm going to do so I don't forget to do it is go down to engineering. You know what? What the fuck? We'll just real quick talk to Tali. I'm pretty sure she doesn't say anything about the Geth. I think there might be a conversation about the Geth that triggers later in the form of one of those arguments you break up, like the one we broke up between Miranda and Jack. But yeah, I think up until that triggers in the story, you get nothing from her about the Geth.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
For you? Of course. I can't tell you how much what you said means to me.
Oh,
but
sweet.
I understand if you need to find someone else. Not that I'm complaining if you're still
I don't want to risk your health.
Thank you. I want you to see what I'll find.
Okay, so anyway, don't worry, Shepard. Later on we can be fuck buddies. Anyway, I heard you brought in a Geth, but we'll talk about that later. No problem, buddy. Alright, let's head for the CIC, because I think next time we're actually going to want to fly off and do stuff. And you know what? I think this is considered the mission. This is the mission of no return.
Commander, you received a new message at your...
Yeah, well, I might as well check that out. Important request. That's the Prothean technology one. You're too small. This one comes, of course, from Moorland, of Moorland's famous shop. It happened to you, which is the fake religious one. And encrypt the transmission from the Lucid Man. Shepard, I'm pleased that you were able to recover the Reaper. If no, that's it's. And I've sent ED all the necessary protocols to get integrated successfully in Normandy's system. With luck, this will give us the ability to go through the Omega-4 relay and take the fight to the Collectors on our own terms. That's right. So, yeah, okay, I remember now. The reason we needed to get the Reaper IFF is because it was going to allow us to actually travel through the Omega relay. The Omega-4 relay... What are the Omega-1 through 3 relays? Anyway, the Omega-4 relay takes us to the Collector base, we determined. But somehow you can't navigate it without Reaper stuff. Notified about your intact Geth and your decision to keep it. If you believe it can be trusted, then go ahead and activate it. So maybe you can sell it to Cerberus for credits, and you don't get him as a crew member, but I think you... I don't know. Just make sure the ZD is adequately protected against any hacking attempts. Not necessarily the decision I would have made. Shepard, it's your call. Yeah, whatever. He trusts us. What a good friend he is. So yeah, that is the point of no return mission, and you might be thinking, well, in what way is that the point of no return mission? And basically, I can't really explain why without spoiling it, but there is kind of a countdown clock that triggers when you finish that mission. An event's going to occur, which makes it obvious we need to wrap the game up. And I don't remember exactly how many missions we get to go on. We have enough time to do the mission. It's basically the loyalty mission for Legion. his recruitment mission, the closest we have to a recruitment mission for him is the one we just did. But his loyalty, he gets a loyalty mission like everyone else, and in fact, that's the one where you go and deal with the viruses and stuff. And we have time to do that. We probably have time to do 1 or 2 more things. So that stupid random junk like, oh, we were supposed to go to Ilium and the Citadel and get packages and bring them to the dude on Omega. Yeah, we can probably take care of that before we... we'll do the Legion's loyalty mission first. Then we'll see if we have time to take care of that before we have to get to the final story main mission. And after that, just because I felt like saving it, so we have at least one post-story mission to do, is the Lair of the Shadow Broker DLC. Anyway, folks, it was been a really long video. Went way over here. I'm the Serious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please join me next time for more Mass Effect 2. Bye-bye.